Brock Lesnar's daughter makes a huge announcement. Roman Reigns speaks on his relationship with Vince McMahon. Hulk Hogan's widow is planning a lawsuit over a neck surgery he had in May. Goldberg called entitled and insecure. Gunther shares a rare personal update. Several layoffs took place behind the scenes in WWE. Tony Khan addresses Chris Jericho's current AEW status. And WWE rumors, Mike Chioda confirms his retirement from pro wrestling. Triple H is putting a major title on a Wyatt Sicks member. Cody Rhodes replaced ahead of Clash in Paris. Let's dive right in. Roman Reigns speaks on his relationship with Vince McMahon. Roman Reigns recently appeared on Stephanie McMahon's What's Your Story podcast, opening up about his career, personal life, and relationships in WWE. The OTC shared revealing details about his past storylines, his creative influence, and his unique bond with Vince McMahon. Here are 5 key takeaways from the head of the table's candid conversation. Number 1, Stephanie McMahon's slaps left Roman Reigns with a busted eardrum. Back in 2015, during his Big Dog era, Reigns clashed with the Authority, including Stephanie McMahon. On the podcast, he recounted a moment when Stephanie slapped him repeatedly in the ring, delivering nearly 15 slaps in a row. "You used to talk a lot of esh to me in the ring," Stephanie teased, to which Reigns admitted the onslaught was so intense it busted his eardrum, a painful price for their heated on-screen feud. Number 2, Reigns turned down Triple H's ideas during his title reign. Reigns' historic run as undisputed WWE Universal Champion is one of the greatest in modern wrestling, but it wasn't without creative battles. He revealed he rejected several of Triple H's ideas that didn't fit his vision, avoiding low-hanging fruit for cheap shots and promos. The OTC stayed true to his character, ensuring his title reign reflected his authentic style. Number 3, the OTC's backstage role in WWE. Beyond the ring, Reigns has a consulting role backstage, offering input whenever WWE seeks his perspective. He emphasized his drive to represent his family at the highest level, but admitted to a competitive streak, noting that others often try to use his own strategies against him, borrowing from his playbook to challenge his dominance. Number 4, Reigns supports his daughter following his path. Discussing his oldest daughter, Joelle Anoa'i, Reigns shared that she could follow in his and her mother's footsteps by attending Georgia Tech. He called it pretty cool if she pursued that path, praising the school's resources and expressing pride in the idea of her carrying on their family legacy. Number 5, Reigns' unique bond with Vince McMahon. Reigns opened up about his relationship with Vince McMahon, noting it differs from other top stars. As the youngest among WWE's elite, he worked to adapt to the former chairman's style. Despite their dynamic, Reigns still draws heavily from McMahon's playbook, applying those lessons to his career even as he navigates his current challenges outside the main event scene. Hulk Hogan's widow is planning a lawsuit over a neck surgery he had in May. The wrestling world continues to mourn the loss of WWE legend Hulk Hogan, who passed away last month at 71 in the home he shared with his wife Linda, known as Sky Daily. Since his death, wild conspiracy theories have swirled online about what caused it. Now, a bombshell report from Daily Mail and TMZ reveals that Sky is preparing to file a medical malpractice lawsuit tied to a neck surgery Hogan underwent in May. She believes the procedure damaged his phrenic nerve, which controls breathing, potentially leading to his sudden passing, despite his otherwise good health. "We are investigating for possible malpractice. If you have shortness of breath for a long time, that makes you very sick. It's not something that's an alarming, sudden cause of death. It's something that wears on you, makes you weak," Sky said. Hogan's daughter, Brooke, has been vocal about her father's death, even casting doubt on Sky, her stepmother. Earlier this month, Sky hit back at Brooke and other critics on Instagram, addressing the speculation and emphasizing their quest for answers about Hogan's medical care. Terry, Hulk Hogan, chose cremation, knowing this physical life is temporary and his heavenly body eternal. He has not yet been cremated, as our family is making sure every question about his medical care is answered first. Once we have that peace of mind, we will honor his wish and fulfill it with love and respect, she wrote. Hogan's legacy as a trailblazer who elevated professional wrestling to global heights remains unmatched. As questions surrounding his death grow more complex, the wrestling community awaits further updates on this developing story. Goldberg called entitled and insecure. WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg found himself in hot water after a heated exchange with Matt Riddle that stirred up the wrestling world. Riddle, known for his bluntness, called Goldberg an unsafe worker, sparking a confrontation where the former WCW star bragged about his financial success compared to Riddle. On the Wrestling Outlaws, ex-WWE star EC3 called out Goldberg's response as a sign of insecurity. "It's such the entitled like my bank account, or like the D-swing of money. It's such a tired thing that really insecure people say more often than not. And like, I hate it, man. It's the equivalent of, do you know who I am? Someone saying that at the bar. Like, shut up, EC3 said. Inside sources speaking on the same episode praised Riddle's unfiltered attitude, but admitted they'd side with Goldberg's wealth over wrestling accolades. One thing I'm going to disagree with him on is, brother, I think I'd rather have Goldberg's paycheck than a 5-star match on YouTube. I mean, with all honesty, if I had to make a choice, I would take Goldberg's bank account, they said with a laugh. With Riddle unlikely to return to WWE anytime soon, his next move remains uncertain, while Goldberg's comments continue to spark debate in the wrestling community. Gunther shares a rare personal update. WWE star Gunther, sidelined since a brutal nose injury at SummerSlam 2025, recently gave fans a rare glimpse into his personal life. The Ring General, who lost the World Heavyweight Championship to CM Punk in a bloody battle that saw him crash into the announcer's table, has been out of action with no confirmed return date. Taking to Instagram stories, Gunther posted a photo of a dinner table, likely shared with his wife, Ginny, adding emojis of an empty and full battery, hinting that the meal helped recharge his health. Such personal updates from the Ring General are rare, as he typically keeps his private life off social media. Meanwhile, on Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Time Machine, WWE legend Teddy Long weighed in on Gunther's in-ring style, suggesting his signature chops echo Ric Flair too closely. So, sometimes, some guy's signature move or whatever, sometimes that's not a good thing to do. So, I don't know, I think Gunther should have just developed something on his own, when people would think Gunther and not anybody else, Long said. With no official word on when Gunther will return to WWE's weekly shows, fans are clamoring for a dream match against John Cena before the Cenation leader retires at the end of 2025. The wrestling world awaits the Ring General's next move in the squared circle. Several layoffs took place behind the scenes in WWE. WWE underwent another round of layoffs today, shaking up its behind-the-scenes staff as part of an ongoing restructuring following the merger with Endeavor and the formation of TKO. According to a report by Sean Ross Sapp, several staff members were let go, though no talent releases were reported. I'm told that there were a few staff layoffs in WWE today as a result of restructuring. I've heard of no talent releases, Sapp reported. Layoffs have become a recurring theme in recent years, keeping fans on edge about who might be next. Triple H, as Chief Creative Officer, plays a key role in deciding which stars stay or go, though his involvement in these staff cuts remains unclear. This year alone, WWE has parted ways with several high-profile names, including Karrion Kross, Scarlett, and Ashante the Adonis, whose contracts expired. Other stars like Carmella, Braun Strowman, Carlito, and R-Truth also faced releases or contract expirations in 2025, with only R-Truth returning to the company. Karrion Kross, in particular, has moved on, aiming to make a big impact outside WWE, while fans had hoped for his return. For now, it seems no additional talent cuts are planned, but the wrestling world is watching closely for more details on these behind-the-scenes changes. Tony Khan addresses Chris Jericho's current AEW status and WWE rumors. Chris Jericho's status with AEW has been a hot topic, but Tony Khan set the record straight during the ROH Death Before Dishonor media call on August 29, 2025. Addressing speculation about Jericho's contract and a potential WWE return, Khan was full of praise for the former AEW World Champion. A Wrestling Observer report recently fueled rumors of Jericho possibly appearing at WWE's Royal Rumble 2026, but Khan made it clear he values Jericho's contributions to both AEW and ROH. If and when the time presents itself, I would love to have him back. He's always in the highest of standing in AEW or ROH, Khan said. His words suggest an open door for Jericho, even as reports indicate Jericho's creative plans are handled directly by Khan, keeping most AEW insiders in the dark. Meanwhile, WWE hasn't included Jericho in their creative discussions, despite their YouTube vault posting classic matches featuring him against Roman Reigns and John Cena, which sparked fan speculation. With Jericho's AEW contract reportedly running through late 2025, his next move remains unclear, but Khan's comments show he's welcome to stay in the AEW family. Mike Chioda confirms his retirement from professional wrestling. Mike Chioda, one of wrestling's most iconic referees, has officially confirmed his retirement from in-ring officiating after a storied 30-plus year career in WWE. Since his release in 2020, Chioda has kept a low profile with only a few notable appearances, including refereeing Ric Flair's last match in 2022, which he called the last chapter of his book. In a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet, Chioda made it clear he's largely done with reffing. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if there's a match or two or something like that, I'll do here and there. Ric Flair's last match I had done a match in the Jersey Shore for Fight Factory and for New Jersey, so it was nice to get down there, and those guys are great at Fight Factory. So it's really pick and choose, but I'm doing seminars, training refs in Orlando, doing a bunch of signings and stuff. And the podcast, yeah, Monday Mailbag with Mike Chiota with Conrad Thompson on ad-free shows. They've been great to me for 4.5 years. 5 years almost, he said. While he might pop up for a rare match or fan event, Chiota is now focused on mentoring, training new referees in Orlando, and connecting with fans through signings and his podcast, Monday Mailbag with Mike Chiota with Conrad Thompson. His legacy as a trusted figure in wrestling is secure, but his days as a full-time referee are behind him, marking the end of an era for the beloved official. Triple H is putting a major title on a Wyatt Sicks member. The Wyatt Sicks are making moves, and a championship may soon be in their grasp. Recently, Nikki Cross was spotted lurking in the background of a SmackDown segment featuring WWE Women's United States Champion Julia, her manager Kiana James, and challenger Mia Yim. This creepy tease hints at Cross inserting herself into the title picture, possibly sparking a multi-woman feud or biding her time until Julia faces Yim. If Julia drops the title to Cross, it could free her up to chase the WWE Women's Championship, while Cross holds the U.S. title with the Wyatt Sicks' eerie presence. Triple H seems unsure of how to book Julia as the Women's U.S. Champion, but her losing the title could open doors for her to clash with SmackDown's top stars and vie for the WWE Women's Championship. Meanwhile, Nikki Cross could thrive as champion, her haunting Wyatt Sicks gimmick, allowing her to maintain a strong TV presence without frequent defenses. This move could buy Triple H time to rebuild the struggling SmackDown women's division and redefine the U.S. title's role. With Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair tied up as women's tag team champions and Bianca Belair sidelined by injury, the SmackDown singles division lacks star power. The roster split and lackluster creative direction have left the division in disarray, with the women's U.S. title feeling more like a burden than a boost. In contrast, Raw's women's division and Intercontinental Championship thrive. Julia dropping the title to Cross could shake things up, giving her a path to the main event while Cross uses the belt as a prop to enhance the Wyatt Sicks mystique. The blame for the division's woes lies with poor planning, not Cross's talent, leaving fans hopeful for a turnaround. Cody Rhodes replaced ahead of Clash in Paris. Cody Rhodes, the reigning WWE champion, has been absent from SmackDown for 3 weeks, sidelined by a storyline attack from Drew McIntyre after SummerSlam and his real-life filming commitments for the upcoming Street Fighter movie, where he plays Guile. His absence during WWE's UK and European tour, combined with mixed crowd reactions to the American Nightmare, has raised questions about his role as the company's top babyface. Drew McIntyre, a fan favorite in the region due to his talent and underutilized past, has been gaining traction, potentially shifting crowd support away from Rhodes. With SmackDown short on star power, John Cena being part-time with only 10 dates left, the return of Randy Orton and the trade of Sami Zayn to the Blue brand have shaken things up. Orton, a wrestling legend, has already taken Rhodes' place in a brewing feud with McIntyre, setting the stage for a potential blockbuster match at Clash in Paris 2025, possibly with a title shot on the line. The Viper's return last week positions him as SmackDown's top full-time babyface, filling the void left by Rhodes. Even if Rhodes returns soon, his long-term fan reception remains uncertain. Originally, a heel turn by Orton on Rhodes seemed like the obvious path to define Rhodes' championship reign, especially after their clash at Night of Champions, where the crowd heavily backed the Viper. However, Rhodes' feud with Cena, a match of the year contender at SummerSlam, threw a wrench in those plans. Cena's brief heel run and abrupt return to babyface status, combined with poor creative follow-through, has left Rhodes struggling to maintain his top babyface spot. Now, with Orton's popularity soaring, there's a chance Rhodes could turn heel, driven by jealousy over Orton's rise and his own experience being overshadowed by Cena. Wrestling's magic lies in how crowds can force unexpected twists, and this shift could lead to a dramatic feud no one saw coming. Brock Lesnar's daughter makes a huge announcement. Brock Lesnar's daughter, Maya Lesnar, recently made waves with a major announcement on her Instagram stories. The shot-put national champion revealed she'll be helping at the Colorado State University, CSU, Winter Throws Camp on January 10th and 11th, 2026, promising to share a registration link soon. Mark your calendar! I will be helping the CSU Winter Throws Camp, January 10th to 11th. I will share registration link soon, she wrote. This news comes as her father, the Beast Incarnate, made a shocking return to WWE at SummerSlam 2025. After Cody Rhodes dethroned John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship, Lesnar stormed the ring, laying out Cena with a devastating F5, his first WWE appearance since facing Rhodes at SummerSlam 2023. While many expected a full-blown feud between Lesnar and Cena, the Beast hasn't been seen on TV since, leaving fans wondering about his next move. On a recent Rebooked Wrestling podcast, former WWE star Matthew Rehwoldt argued that Cena needs a win against Logan Paul at Clash in Paris 2025 to solidify his babyface comeback after his SummerSlam loss and Lesnar's attack. Officially, the big colorful entrance, hinting at the face turn before SummerSlam 2025, is back. But he lost, and then he got beat up by Brock Lesnar. John Cena in this moment needs a win. This is the reestablishment of hustle, loyalty, and respect. Put the bad guy down. Stand up. You want some? Come get some. Victory in the main event. This is the chance to reset the table with this John Cena, Rehwoldt said. With Maya making her mark outside the ring and Lesnar's return hanging over WWE, the Triple H-led creative team has plenty to work with for a potential Cena-Lesnar showdown. Fans are eager to see what's next.